How's it going? I got the selfie stick now. It's a little windy. I hope the audio is going to be okay. If it's too much, then we'll know, right? I've been getting some decent responses for these morning walk. Well, I say these, I've only done one. And this is the second one. So good morning. Sterling, what's up, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope we're doing okay. You've been kind of quiet in the front. How's the audio? Audio okay, guys? Pigtail, what's up? Sounds good? Good deal. No dog with me. Our dog has congestive heart failure, so we are recommended not to go on big long walks. You're quiet trucking? What's up, Pam? My name is Nobody. What's up? You know, it's a lot of how our human diet / pharmaceutical connections. I made a lot of those connections because of my dog. Someone remote started their car next to me. That was freaky. My dog has to have special dog food. Costs like $60 a bag. We have to give him medication to keep him alive. And he's not even that old. He's like 9 years old. He's not like 15 or anything. And think about, we have that money. So we have no problem spending it. But think about what we give our animals. We give our animals predominantly grain-fed. You know, they're not supposed to be eating that. They're carnivores. Dogs are carnivores. Anyways, gee, and the World Health Organization wants you to eat nothing but plants. They want you to eat that fake meat. Bill Gates wants you to eat that Beyond Meat. They're calling the cows the problem for the earth, climate change. God forbid you eat what you're supposed to eat, right? We're gonna go this way. See, we have sidewalk CDN. They're just not on my end of the road there. I just refuse to use them. There's a sidewalk right there. But I'm in this debris. Oh, look, a beer can. So, update on my fasting. I am officially at 37 hours. And I feel freaking phenomenal. That's no joke. That's what the thumbnail is. That's from my fasting app. I think it's going to show you 36. But I haven't felt this good in 3 years. I am back to my, 2 years. I'm back to I'm back in my groove when it comes to the weight loss and health direction. So if I go to Matt's next year, you're going to see a completely different person. My goal is to get to the weight that I was when my wife and I first started dating. I was at 220. 2XL shirts still fit me. I'd like to get to that point. And you know, Reunite the Man, Play Gigs, new album? Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Although my old drummer in Apnea, he is, well, one of them, he is in a Christian death metal band with one of our ex-guitar players. I might go check that out. There's like this Christian metal festival that's going on. Look, I'm on the sidewalk seat again. And my wife asked me, is like, why were you walking in the middle of the road on your live feed? It's just what I do. Like, her and I will go on the same walk, and she'll walk the sidewalk, and I'm like out there. Not enough room for two people on a sidewalk, side by side. Anyways, this book I'm listening to about fasting, it's essentially saying we got to go back to what we used to do. Think about this. I've gone 36 hours without food. 36. And I feel amazing. Now, was it easy the whole time? No. I was texting back and forth with Little Viking Coach, LVC. And, you know, because at one point I did feel nauseous. But I took some salt, and about 10 minutes later I was fine. It's more of a mental trick than anything else. Because, like Pavlov's bell and the dog, and birds, we've been ingrained our whole lives that we need to eat so many times a day. And the fact that they were telling you to eat 3 big meals a day and two snacks, essentially you need to eat 5 to 6 times a day to keep your metabolism going. That's a complete lie. That's literally the opposite of what the body's designed to do. Think about this. And then you're going to hit yourself in the head not thinking about this. Like not figuring this out on your own, if you haven't. Think back, if you go back to, let's go back to the 1700s. You go out to the woods and you find this nice family. They're farmers, right? They hunt for their own food. They might raise a few cattle, right? And you go up to them and you're like, hey, I'm from the future. In the future, we have been told that you need to eat 6 times a day. And they look at you like, if I ate 6 times a day, I'd be out of food. Well, it's supposed to be good for your health. It is? So what's the body composition look like in the future? Oh, well, 85% of us are overweight. 85% of us are on these, what they call them, medicines. Oh, okay. Hey, look, it's the portal to hell. That's a big ass hole. And it wouldn't sound so logical at that point, would it? Well, Steve, the reason why people are overweight is because of all the abundance of food that we have. We don't have to hunt for it. We don't have to raise it anymore. Yeah, but the humans weren't designed for all this abundance. But you know what loves that abundance? You know what loves for you to eat 6 times a day? The corporations. That's one of the myths about being carnivore or keto is it's more expensive to eat like that. Not if you're only eating twice a day. Not if you're not having to take medications. Pretty breezy out today. You're like, when you look back in the 70s and 80s when they told us we need to eat low fat, did you know that testosterone and estrogen are fat-based hormones? Did you know that? And we have a situation where our hormones are out of whack, and, well, I won't say it. Lord of the Rings. Anybody in here seen Lord of the Rings? I think it's the second one. Yeah, it's the second one where Gandalf the White goes to this kingdom and lifts this spell on one of the kings. I forget the name of the king. Even though I've seen the movie like 15 times, I don't remember the name of the king. Who had a spell on him from Sauron, right? And like he has this glaze over his eyes and he's kind of a shell of his former self. And once Gandalf lifts the curse, then he puts a sword in his hand and he goes, "Here, feel like the old person you used to." That's essentially, when I look back at when I was 280 pounds, I wasn't always heavy when I was a kid. I was very active. I rode my bike everywhere. I didn't struggle with weight. I mean, I did a little bit, but as a teenager and an early preteen, I had a steady diet of ramen noodles, bologna sandwiches, and Kool-Aid. Then at night, the snacks were chips and ice cream. So I was spiking my insulin. I was creating a long road of insulin resistance. Next thing you know, your metabolism changes, and then you balloon up to 380 pounds, and you become a person that you don't recognize. And that was me. Let me zoom this out a little bit. I don't know if it'll zoom out or not. I think that's it. I think that's all you're gonna get. Anyways, it's a shell. Yeah. Here goes some comments here. Sterling Pigtail. My name is Nobody. Desert Okie Pam. We'll be passing Springfield in a bit. Old school, new school, good deal. Been under the weather, focusing on health and brain happy. I'll tell you what, Sterling, I feel like my old self when I was losing all the weight and my depression was being lifted. Greg Zimmer, good morning. Must be eating bread and sugar, that is. We give our animals food we shouldn't eat, right? Well, how many times have you heard the whole, don't feed your dog human food. It's not good for them. It didn't click that it probably wasn't good for us either. Trucker Seals, what's up? Truckers belong on the road. SST, what's up? Imagine how healthy truckers could be if every 34 reset was a proper fasting. That is true. I tossed out a carpet of heavy whipping cream thanks to Snore Lord. Heavy whipping cream is bad times. I'm guilty of making homemade Alfredo once in a while, or was. I walked away from so many things the last few years. Cellulose gum ain't nothing but a thing. It's taken me a month of proper diet to clear up the scars on my legs. I was extremely close to type 2. It's a good thing you were able... Dude, guys, type 2 is completely reversible. Completely. And it's all diet-based. I mean, trust me on this, please. Now, as far as the heavy whipping cream, so the wife and I went to Walmart last night, and I was looking at the different creams. Now, when I was in the truck, I bought this organic stuff. I forget the name of the brand. It had gelum gum, which was different, which is more of a bacteria, kind of like what they put in yogurt and whatever. And I thought, well, that's good, but that stuff's like $5 for a small carton, right? And then there was a Highland, which is a local dairy here. Their brand, it had hydrogenated oil in it, which is some of the worst. You might as well be you're better off eating a teaspoon of sugar than that stuff. And it dawned on me, and of course the Walmart brand stuff was junk too. It dawned on me that they're watering down the creamer. They got to put all these ingredients in it to give it more yield. And so there is heavy whipping cream out there that doesn't have all the ingredients, but it's going to be expensive and it's going to be hard to find. It's almost like it's on purpose. Like they want us to eat the bad stuff because it's cheaper. Look, white picket fence. Decent color house. Very bright. It's I watched a bit of that VP that put out that Budweiser campaign. And she says in an interview, trying to justify why she did what she did. Now, mind you, I have no issue. Like, whatever you want to call yourself, that's fine. Okay? But Joey B. Tunes had the perfect video. It was just a bad campaign because, and she literally said, we need to target younger people than the fraternity boys, the frat boys. Because our brand is in danger. Now, last I checked, Anheuser-Busch had a huge market share. I don't think they were in any danger of going out of business. I think the stockholders were fairly happy. And so they hire this person that can't sit still to save their life. Joey B. Tunes, his video is perfect on just how maniacal that person is. But she literally said we need to target people younger than our frat boys. Well, you know what? Those are teenagers. Last I checked, legal drinking age was 21. It's like, that person that they hire, I forget his name, that appeals to this 14 to 18-year-old TikTok crowd. I mean, that was his claim to fame. And if you can call it that. And yeah, just like Joe Camel and the cigarettes, targeting the kids. I don't know about you, but I don't want my kid drinking. If I had to go back to my younger self, I would say, Steve, you know how you don't like the taste of beer? Well, make sure you keep to that. Because at the end of the day, alcohol's not going to do you any good. You're not missing out on anything. You're going to be just fine. You know how you don't like the taste of rum? Well, there's a reason for that. You shouldn't be drinking it. Stop noticing things. Dar, what's up? Like Hard Miles Lemonade was always on that Catch a Predator show. I don't live in a land of delusion. Well, enough about the Budweiser thing. Alcohol's bad for you guys. I mean, and I know from personal experience. So I've gone alcohol free for a minute, and I feel pretty good about that. It destroys your gut too. So if you're having trouble losing weight, or if you're having trouble digesting things, it might be that alcohol. Well, I'm almost done with my walk, but I want to continue to talk for a little bit. So we'll set the tripod on the truck there, and we'll chat a little bit. It won't be too long because I gotta use the restroom. I ain't doing that on camera. And look, I'm not going to be one of these guys that, oh, I fixed my life, and now therefore I'm holier than thou, and look down on people, and then there's the cycle. I'll have to go over it on. It was in Ryan Mickler's newest book. I'll have to go over it. A lot of people do that on the YouTubes. A lot of these self-help gurus that have risen up from nothing. They start having attitudes, and pretty soon they're putting off people, and then they wonder why no one listens to them, and then they spiral down to their old vices, and then rinse and repeat. It's supposed to rain later. It's easy to make your own heavy whipping cream. It's just butter and whole milk, right? What happens if you love the taste of Jack Daniels? Just asking for a friend. Well, Will Burner, you got a tough road, my friend. Keep walking. 1 hour life walks. No, I still have an issue with one of my legs. Daughter hasn't gone to school yet. There's the beast. in all its glory. Good morning, DIY. Yeah, we'll set this on the steps. There we go. There, now you can see my beautiful, lovely face. This morning, I watched the Weather Nation, and there's like three different shaver thing commercials. I'm like, look at these people having to shave. Ha. Look how much money I'm saving by not shaving. But they have figured out, back in the 70s and 80s, they figured out if we tell them that these industrial oils that are normally trash or used as lubricant are good and healthy for you, we tell them to get away from fat, and we tell them that they got to eat 6 times a day, then the pharmaceutical companies come in and go, man, and then they get sick with arthritis or dementia or diabetes and cancer. We can make so much money. Oh man. And you just picture a bunch of, people at the table going, this is perfect, this is perfect. And what we'll do is we'll tell them that meat is bad for you, that vegetables by themselves are horrible tasting. Ugh. And we'll literally feed them like pet food that's not good for your pets. And because check it out, if you look at the ingredients to that Beyond Meat, I want you to go to the pet aisle, and then I want you to go look at the ingredients of some of the foods that are meant for human consumption, and you'll see a lot of the same ingredients. And you're going to be like, huh. Remember, I'm spending about $150 a month to keep my dog alive. I mean, what am I going to do? Not buy that food? Not buy that medication for him? That's not even an option. I will go without food before my dog suffers, right? DIY, you can probably relate to that. You're the only one walking Springfield that doesn't have a spray paint can or drugs on themselves. Yeah, it is storming up there. Dio, what's up? And think about it. Cats, any animals that have humans that feed them are the only animals in the whole wild kingdom that are overweight. Think about that. Animals know how to self-regulate their weight. What do? They eat abundantly when they got food. Like if a lion takes down a gazelle, right? And then they got to go without food for a minute. If the gazelles move, they got to move with them, right? And they need strength. They need clarity to be able to hunt the gazelle. So when they're in a fasted state, that's when it happens, right? Well, guess what, people? We're animals. We're designed the same way. So when you look back at the nutritional advice that our lovely government has told you that you need to live by, you're thinking, after a minute, that spell, like that king in Lord of the Rings, gets lifted, and you're like, and you get mad. Tell me, you know, it's you get mad. It's like figuring out that you've been lied to your whole life, like figuring out that your dad had a second family somewhere, and everything that you've known, and oh, there's Bob. Check out Bob right there. There's Bob. Hey, Bob, come here. That's our neighbor's cat. He's a little bit too friendly in the sense that he'll just run out in front of your car. Come here, Bob. Here, Bob. Say hello to everybody on YouTube. This is Bob. Bob, you're fat. You've been eating all the wrong stuff. Anyways, once that spell's lifted, it's depressing. It's depressing when you figure out that all the food that you loved, all the food that you were told that was healthy isn't. All the food that you loved is what's causing your diseases, your ailments, your comorbidities, your cancer, your arthritis, all of it. The AI says to eliminate humans, save the planet, right? Yeah. Does AI say get rid of the cows? No. Look at Bob. Bob's just kind of like, Bob would not live long if he didn't live on a dead-end street. I've literally had to slam on the brakes to keep from hitting him. And then when we back up, we have to watch. Like, he'll literally like curl up behind your car. Like, hey man, I want to hang out. Hey man, I'm trying to get to work. I'm trying to get to school. Anyways, the wind's picking up a little bit. I probably need to get to work. Got a couple of trucks to book, and I'll be up to 4 trucks, I think, next week. So that's good. Good news, right? Bob is living his best life, right? Bob. He knows his name. I mean, you yell Bob from across the street, he'll run to you. He's very cute. Shannon, good morning. I'm Doctor walking with Dee Dee in Nashville, Tennessee. Good deal. Now, you got a fat spring turkey this year? Excellent. Yeah, I've got a couple of friends that go turkey hunting. They usually do pretty good. I have not had wild turkey. A friend of mine told me, well, an old friend of mine told me that that wild turkey is nothing like what you get at the store. I'd like to experience that. But I don't have any turkey hunting equipment. I don't even have the right tools to hunt turkey. But I mean, I probably, man, it's getting windy out here. Anyways, I'm glad you guys are enjoying these walks. I'm gonna go in. This wind's picking up, and this is probably like very annoying on the. Oh, by the way, Sorrel, I booked $3,000 for the weekend. Who said that? Oh, Shannon. Well, good deal. You'll have to tell me what you got. I might call you after this. Bob is good people. He is. Check him out, man. Bob, what are you doing? We don't have any rabbits in this area because of Bob. Oh, he just went under the truck. He's probably made a nest in my truck in the engine compartment or something. But I'm here, let's walk. I've already walked. Trucking life. It's getting breezy, and I'm starting to feel a few raindrops, so. But anyways, I'm at hour 37 on my fast. You need to start a channel for Bob. I need to put him in some shorts is what I need to do, because cats and shorts go hand in hand. Snore loud. Don't be a slave. You know, I remember I was at a church function, and this one of the ladies there was showing. She was begging me for me to take home some of this pizza. She's like, "You don't want any of this?" I'm like, "No." And I said, "I've lost a lot of weight avoiding foods like that." And she's like, "Oh, that doesn't sound very nice." And so I showed her the old picture of me, 280-pound me, right? And in that particular moment, I'm at a truck show. I'm hanging out with Tex Crowley and George from George and Wendy. It was at Joplin, and we were having a good time. It was a good time that day. And she was, "But you look so happy there." And I'm like, my wife and I were talking about this morning, and I was like, but I wasn't. I wasn't happy. I was under this fog. I was under this slavery. It's like, do you tell a drug addict that they're happy? They might be happy in that moment, but the rest of their life kind of sucks. Same thing with an alcoholic. They might be having fun while they're drinking, but the rest of their life is crap. Food does the same thing. Bad food does the same thing. And if you're struggling with weight, I lost 120 pounds as a truck driver. I was driving full time at that time. You don't want to go out and exercise? Well, it's hard to do when you're almost 400 pounds, right? Change your diet, change your life. Am I perfect? No. But the fact that I just went 37 hours without food, with very little, tiny little suffering, and I feel amazing right now. I just went on a walk and my feet don't even hurt. You can't put a price on that. And it's proof that everything that they've told us since the 60s and 70s with their low fat, eating more creates your metabolism, it's all bullshit. It's all lies. It's all lies. Don't believe the lie. Do something for yourself. Because the only way we're going to make positive changes in this world is if you start with yourself. Don't be a slave to the corporations that want you fat, happy, and sick. Right? Bob would turn red chicken into a cat toy. Cats in shorts. Oh, man. That's funny. We're very proud of you, Snorler. Great work. Thank you. Flatbed Trucker, what's up? Anyways, I'm done preaching. I'm done telling you stupid things. Do something for yourself, right? And Will Burner says, loving your energy, Steve. Keep it going, brother. I really, really appreciate that. And I feel like my old self back when I got mad at the world, mad at myself, and made changes. Go back to that video, The Struggle is Real. It's on the main channel. And I went astray for a minute. Not too bad, but enough that I was eating too often. And I was cheating on some of the breads and stuff like that. And gained 40 pounds back. But now I'm down to 280 this morning. So I'm now only 20 pounds heavier than my lightest when I lost all the weight. My goal is to be at the weight that I was when my wife and I got married. And then the next will be high school weight with some muscle mass. That's the goal. You know, CDN bought me these resistance bands. I put them in the chair and I've been doing them. So. Preach on, mofo. I'm home every other day on my run, and it's nice only packing one meal, no snacks. There you go, Trucker Seals. One small change everyone could do is ask your local restaurants to change the frying oil to olive oil, avocado, something healthy, and then replace your margarine with real butter. Absolutely. 280 is your goal. Sterling, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Don't let the corporate bastards keep you from doing it. Hold on. Have a good day. Be safe. Love you. Youngest is going to school. I just realized that you could hear everything. So. Anyways, I got to get off here. I got to get to work. And, yeah, I got things to do. So, that depression you're feeling, that stress you're feeling, you can rise above that. You can clear that. Trust me on this. I'm walking evidence of that. Peace out. Thanks for watching. If you like this, hit the thumbs up. Tell everybody about this channel. Let's get this one up to five grand as well as the other channel. So I got to make multiple streams of income because right now trucking kind of sucks. Later.